All right, welcome back to another video. A lot of you guys were commenting. I've seen a lot of comments across my videos, as well as people in my DMs asking me how to kind of break outside of the signing smaller clients realm and get up with some of the clients where, you're actually making like 5 figures a month. Literally, like yesterday, we had a client pay an invoice for like $25,000 for the agency, and I'm going to teach you guys the exact strategy I use to generate well over $2 million in revenue without needing to rely on constantly cold calling clients or sending out tons of cold DMs. I want to show you guys like the path to building kind of a full-fledged agency presentation wise to a potential client. That way you guys can kind of steal the same formula and use that to kind of work your way up the leaderboards of actually signing clients that are more than just like $1,000-$2,000 retainers. The first things first is starting with Outbound to get portfolio proof. Before you can land your first $10,000 clients, you've got to build the right foundation. So that's what we're focusing on here, the foundation. The reality is it's going to be nearly impossible to find clients willing to pay you over $10,000 a month without a proven track record that you're worth that amount of money. Think of it as like starting a video game from scratch. You can't hit max prestige on day one. The same process goes for something like freelance brand scaling. You need to master the foundational outreach process by doing the simple tasks when you're getting started of cold outreach, cold email, cold DMs, cold calling. Like, you need to go and find these clients first. Don't get me wrong, you're probably not going to make as much money off the rip, but you need that proof to actually get results. And I would imagine majority of you starting this $1,000-$2,000 from a client is a lot of money, I guess. Anyways, without this foundation, none of these prospects are actually going to trust you, and you need a lot of trust when trying to sign clients that are going to be worth those high ticket price points, like $10,000 a month. That's why it's so important to focus on mastering the typical outreach methods early on, because that's how you're going to sign those clients that are paying you $1,000-$2,000 a month, how you can get those case studies, how you can get good at the sales process, how you can build the foundation. Like I said, we're focused on the foundation here, and that's how you build the foundation. The results you generate through Outbound are what are going to allow you to eventually transition into attracting inbound leads that are those higher ticket clients. Main things to focus on is getting good at the outbound, whether it's cold email, whether it's cold DMs, whether it's cold calling. Get good at the actual outbound, going and finding these clients, going and closing these clients, signing these clients, providing good service delivery for them. When you're doing that, main things to focus on: number one, build your portfolio with real results. Number two, during that period, focus on building 2 to 3 case studies that show before and after transformations of your clients. Number three, document literally everything. Once you've built up enough real results through Outbound, that's when you can start signing bigger clients and begin kind of that shifting your focus towards generating consistent inbound leads. So to kind of pivot our focus into how exactly to do that, number one would be building trust with relationships and referrals. And another way is obviously personal brand. It's scalable lead magnet. Now, you guys obviously probably know me from the personal brand I've built over the past year. But what most people completely get wrong when they try to build their own is your personal brand isn't just about gaining followers like most people think it is. Personal brand is one of the most powerful tools for you to get high-paying clients to come to you. For example, like when I only had a couple thousand followers, I was posting the raw results all over Instagram, all over TikTok, all over YouTube. On YouTube, my strategy was like those raw style vlogs where I just show my day working. I show the results from the agency. On Instagram and TikTok, it was just like, yo, here's how I got these results for this business. Here's exactly what I did. And I provided some sort of value to the viewers to make them actually want to watch the video. And then they would obviously see like, damn, this kid is really legit. Like, he runs a real agency. He's getting these results for the clients that are a part of his agency. I want to be a part of it. And that's exactly what started attracting some of those serious clients. I was simply documenting what I was able to do for others through my personal brand. And even looking back like 2 years ago, some of the clients that I had back then when I was only making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month, I still have to this day, and we've managed to build up with them and scale their business. We're generating them hundreds of thousands of dollars in a month, and they're paying us 10 to 25K a month. Also, don't forget the fact that focusing on service delivery is so fucking important, because if you provide the best service delivery compared to anywhere else a client could possibly go, they're going to stay with you. and you ultimately help them grow their business, they're going to want to pay you over that long term. So say you're making them $20,000 a month now, you're taking 10% of the revenue you're generating them. You're maybe making $2,000 per month from that client, but in a year or two, you could be making them $200K a month and be making 20 from that client alone. Back to the whole personal branding thing, I think that plays a huge role in signing some of these bigger clients because it just builds massive trust between you and the prospect before you ever even have to hop on a call or before you ever even talk to them. Most of the clients that I've signed recently knew who I was already and what I was capable of doing for them. They see my content, they see how I live, they see the stuff that I post. It's all legit. There's no faking any of the shit that I'm doing, and they understand that. When a potential client sees consistent content and real proof, they've already been sold before you even hop on a call with them. It's like they feel like they already know you by the time they're getting on that call. And once that trust is built, referrals start pouring in. Now be honest with yourself, would you give 10K to someone with zero online presence? Or would you give that 10K to someone who's been consistently posting value-based content on a platform like Instagram? Probably the person who's already posting. You feel like you know them, they provide value to you, you know they're legit, it's trustworthy. You're obviously going to buy from the guy who has more social proof. Even if you don't have a big online presence yet, you can start by gradually posting. Document your journey. Share how they can find your entire journey online. Share case studies, behind the scenes, client wins, lessons learned. You may a lot of times think like the content you're posting doesn't get shown to a lot of people, but I promise you, like, the bubble is small, bro. The algorithm is set up to put these videos you're posting in front of the people who are going to engage with them. It's literally like free ad spend. You post a video, it gets shown to people for free, versus when you're doing something like running ads, you have to spend money to get that ad in front of people. Posting content, like, you just get good at content, it gets shown to thousands of people for zero cost. It's like the most fucking powerful thing in the world. And then obviously the content you're posting, make sure you're repurposing that across all platforms. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. The more you could be posting, bro, the better. Say you build a personal brand, you can't just rely on that to consistently drive you inbound leads. You need to also brand yourself as the person you want your customers to portray you as. For example, like branding your agency. And that's kind of where you can really turn attention into clients. You don't want to make the mistake of building your personal brand and forget to build the business. I see like a lot of people do that once they start to gain some traction on social media. They get so caught up in the fact that they're growing so quick and they just forget like about the presentation of the business overall. Like when people come to Brez Marketing, they're like, hey, I want to work with Brez Marketing. There's a reason why. They know it's trustworthy, it's branded well, it has an amazing reputation, they see the results it gets for other people, and there's just no denying the fact that we do a good job at what we promise we're going to do for them. High ticket clients want to know what's behind the team's systems and not just like what you can do. Your agency needs to look like a machine and not just like some random like freelancer with a logo they made on fucking Canva. So eventually you're going to need to build like that proper brand identity for your agency in order to consistently be able to drive those inbound leads that are actually going to pay you that 5-figure a month mark. For example, like having a real logo, a defined color palette, clear messaging, professional positioning. We're actually in the process right now of rebranding the Brez Marketing Agency. It's no longer going to be called Brez Marketing because it's just kind of too attached to like my personal brand. I kind of want to separate the two. And I also want to just give it more of that professional look and that professional feeling to these prospects. Your brand, whether it's your personal or your agency, should look like something a $10,000 a month client would immediately trust. And the content you post should directly reflect that. You could be showing off your team, your process, your systems. Let people see that this is bigger than like just you. Now, all of this is going to attract higher paying clients instead of just relying on word of mouth and organic content. You could actually start running ads for your own agency. Now, most agencies try to run ads way too early. They have no brand, no proof, no case studies. They just dive right into it and expect to be driving inbound leads with $20 a month in ad spend. Make sure before you kind of look to take that step, that brand and that social proof is already there. Basically, like everything we already talked about, that needs to be done before you can even consider going down the path of like running ads for your own agency. It's the same as a brand. Like you can't run ads for a brand that's a shit brand and expect the ads to perform well. The brand, the foundation, needs to be solidified before you can pour gas on the fire. Think of it like that. The brand, the foundation, like a fire. The foundation needs to be there. Then you pour gas on it. Then it goes ham. But if the foundation isn't there, like the gas, just maybe pour a little bit on it, lights on fire, explodes, and then it just like goes out. Now, obviously, just like another big thing as a whole is, again, I can't stress this enough. This has been such a huge determining factor in my agency's success, is simply just service delivery, bro. Just doing positive work that benefits your clients, that's worth the amount of money they're paying you. Nobody wants to pay for something that's not worth the investment. But if the investment is clearly having a positive return, like they're going to want to continue to pay you. And with something like ads, you can literally look at the data and see the positive ROI on their investment and break that down to your client. There's no reason they would ever want to stop paying you if you're providing the best service delivery and they're happy with their investment. And again, over time, you continue to grow with their business, and ultimately, like in a year from now, you could be making 2, 3, 4x the money from just that one client alone. If a client is paying you $2,000 a month now, doing $20K a month in revenue, but in a year they're doing $100K a month in revenue, you're attributing all $100K of that, like you're taking 10% of it, you're making $10K a month. So focus on service delivery, focus on building relationships with your clients, focus on like the long term with a client, because like that's where you're going to build that loyalty and you're going to build that foundation of consistent, solid income streamlining every single month from your agency. But yeah, that was kind of like my whole process. I started pretty much with a little bit of outbound. I focused on delivering results, which led to referrals. I started building my personal brand. That started attracting more inbound leads. I branded the agency to be more kind of professional, and I'm still obviously posting content that funnels back to my agency, and now I consistently sign $10,000 a month plus clients. Now, not only has this obviously worked for myself, but countless of other people who not only watch this channel, but are in the elite roundtable. I've seen this happen literally from zero until what I've just spoken it can go into. Countless of ERT members have went through the exact same process and done the exact same thing, is my point. So if you want to apply for the ERT, the link is in the description. But other than that, I'm going to go back and do all of this, everything I just talked about, from zero. On February 2nd, I'm hosting the Brand Scaling Bootcamp, where I'm literally going to go back to square one and start an agency from zero. And now I talked about how referrals are important to sign these clients, as well as personal brand is important to sign these big clients. I'm not allowed to use either one of those in the bootcamp. I'm literally going back and I'm starting it from zero. Now, I'm going to stream this over 5 days. It's the Brand Scaling Bootcamp, 5-day live event where I'm going to stream every day and do all of this from scratch. I'm not going to leave like anything out. You guys can literally watch me do it from day 1 to day 5, signing a client that pays me X amount per month. But the goal is to start from zero, do outreach, sign a client, deliver the service for them, and make sure that they're happy with the service they're paying me for. So you guys are going to be able to watch that whole thing live over a 5-day sequence. It starts on February 2nd. Tickets are extremely cheap, starting at $47. It's an online event, so you can watch it from the comfort of your own home, and you can literally copy what I do bar for bar for bar and do it for yourself for your own agency. So again, tickets are mad cheap. They're on sale for a limited time. It's February 2nd. Check out the top link in the description to buy your ticket. If you're not buying your ticket, I don't really know what to tell you, because there's no better way to like learn than literally watching me do it in front of you step by step by step, and you can follow along and do it for yourself. But yeah, hopefully this video kind of helps give you guys a little bit of like a clear pathway on like what the future of your agency should look like, and like potential kind of ways and paths that you can go down and continue to kind of climb your way up the totem pole of signing bigger clients. But obviously it just takes time. Like off the rip, you're not going to be signing clients that are paying you $20K a month. But to start by signing some of those, you know, smaller clients where you're making 2, 3, 4, even $5K a month, and you focus on delivering results, that'll lead you to referrals. Maybe you go the route of building a personal brand and start attracting inbound leads. And maybe you start running ads for your agency to drive more inbound leads. You brand the agency, and then consistently you're signing these big clients that are paying you 5 figures a month. But yeah, that's the wrap on the video. Make sure to subscribe. We're coming up real close on 100K subs, so please click that subscribe button. It's the start of a new year. Let's make it a good one. Let's lock the fuck in. Subscribe, like the video, leave a comment down below what type of videos you guys want to see next, so I can continue to help y'all out with your freelance brand scaling journeys. Join the bootcamp, buy your ticket, top link in the description. ERT is the second link in the description if you want to apply for the ERT. I love y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.